The pattern for the Harico hat is just 5 pages. Now in the tutorial it tells you to cut around the dash border around each page and then stick them together. But there's actually a simpler way to do it. For example, between these pages A2 and A1, the only bit that actually needs joining is this bit of the headband to this bit of the headband. So you can get away with just cutting this border off, taking this page and overlapping it over the border of the next page and taping them together. Same here, same here. And on page 5, you don't need to cut the borders off at all because none of the pattern pieces overlap. So on that page, you can just go ahead and cut those pattern pieces straight out, and that should save you a bit of time. To transfer the markers onto the fabric piece, first draw around the outline of the pattern piece, then mark the marker outwards from the pattern piece, remove the pattern piece, and then transfer it inwards onto the fabric. This will ensure that you get it in the perfect place. The added on seam allowance on curves can often make this piece, which is the hat center, feel bigger than the hole it's supposed to be inserted into, because there's been seam allowance added on the outside of this, which has made it larger, and seam allowance added onto this bit, which has made the hole feel smaller. If you're struggling to line this piece up into the center, if your fabric's maybe not very stretchy, what you can do is that you can clip the seams. So you've got 1 centimeter of seam allowance all the way around here. So as long as you don't cut further than that 1 centimeter, what you can do is cut little notches into the fabric all the way around. So carry on all the way around. So you've cut little notches. It allows more movement in that bit and for it to stretch out a little bit wider, and it will make it much easier to line up with the 2 markers that it's supposed to match with, and you won't have any holes in the hat. It just eases it off a little bit. Hopefully that helps. What colour are you going to make your Harico hat in?